If a guy spending $5,000 to $10,000 per month on you, do you really think he needs your help with business?
We can always make more money.
But it seems like he's already fine.
No, but
in
I'm
that
saying like
department,
funding my business or going to do something he doesn't have the time to do.
Like what?
Like say if he wants to venture into real estate.
Have you made a lot of money in real estate?
No, I haven't, but I'm saying
Well,
like
then how could you help him make money in real estate?
Like, what if he wants to go get like a rental property or something, or like he needs someone to help manage it? I can go find the people. I'm just saying.
Do you have a history of managing rental properties?
I can learn, okay?
Well, but how is this helping him?
This is hypothetical. But
yeah, but I mean, hypothetically, how would this even help him? Because you hypothetically have no experience hypothetically in any of these things. So how are you hypothetically helping his hypothetical business?
For example, so my degree is in marketing and comm, right? Yeah. So say, for example, I wanted to go open up a marketing agency that could potentially bring in like $20K a month in revenue. I can ask my man to help me start up the business, okay? And
it sounds like he's doing something for you.
Yeah, but potentially I'm going to give him earnings down the line.
Right?
Yeah, I don't mind
maybe he invests in your
business,
maybe you give us something back, but maybe not.
Okay, but no one complains.
Well, what I'm saying is, if this guy already is spending this kind of money, he probably doesn't need your help in business. And then you say, but wait, if you invest in me and my business, then I'll gain enough experience for down the line. Maybe I can help you. Doesn't that seem like a really bad deal?
But that's why nothing's expected of the lady. The lady is just there.
You just exist.
Right.
If a guy spending $5,000 to $10,000 per month on you, do you really think he needs your help with business?
We can always make more money.
But it seems like he's already fine.
No, but I'm saying like
right?
funding my business or going to do something he doesn't have the time to do.
Like what?
Like say if he wants to venture into real estate.
Have you made a lot of money in real estate?
No, I haven't, but I'm saying
well,
like
then how could you help him make money in real estate?
Like, what if he wants to go get like a rental property or something, or like he needs someone to help manage it? I can go find the people. I'm just saying.
Do you have a history of managing rental properties?
I can learn, okay?
Well, but how is this helping him?
This is hypothetical. But
yeah, but I mean, hypothetically, how would this even help him? Because you hypothetically have no experience hypothetically in any of these things. So how are you hypothetically helping his hypothetical business?
For example, so my degree is in marketing and comm, right? Yeah. So say, for example, I wanted to go open up a marketing agency that could potentially bring in like $20K a month in revenue. I can ask my man to help me start up the business, okay? And
it sounds like he's doing something for you.
Yeah, but potentially I'm going to give him earnings down the line.
Right?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Maybe he invests in your
business,
maybe you give us something back, but maybe not.
Okay, but no one complains.
Well, what I'm saying is, if this guy already is spending this kind of money, he probably doesn't need your help in business. And then you say, but wait, if you invest in me and my business, then I'll gain enough experience for down the line. Maybe I can help you. Doesn't that seem like a really bad deal?
But that's why nothing's expected of the lady. The lady is just there.
You just exist.
Right.
A train?
Bro came home from work early while his BM was getting a ran on her.
Give me a hug. Look at my hair.
50-50. Helping my man pay bills. Why would I help my man pay bills when he could just go broke and pay them all himself and I could be the princess and save all my money? That's how crazy y'all be sounding. Baby, do what works for your household. Do not let the internet trick you into thinking you're wrong for helping your man while y'all build and y'all save. The internet will have you out here single, bitter, and confused, trying to live up to rules that don't even apply to your life. If y'all are a team and y'all are working towards something bigger together, why not help each other out? What's wrong with carrying the load together? That's partnership. And truth be told, when y'all got it, this not even a conversation, because at the end of the day, everything gonna get paid. Everything gonna be done. The house gonna be taken care of. So stop letting strangers dictate your relationship. They don't pay your bills. They don't live in your house. And they're not in your bed. If it works for y'all, that's all that matters. Help each other out. Be a team. Be considerate. When you love a person, you consider them. It's very inconsiderate to make somebody just pay everything and just be drained dry when you know you can help. Come on now. If I was a dad with a baby mom that put me on child support, that would take pretty much 80 to 90% of my paycheck every single time I got paid, I wouldn't work either. Y'all want to get on here and drag men for not holding a job, knowing they got kids, and the reason why they won't work is because their baby mother is going to take all of their paycheck. And y'all keep screaming like, oh, that's up. Go find a job, take care of your kids. Let me ask you something. How is a man supposed to take care of his kids when y'all leave him with like $100 or $200 after the paycheck hits? I don't want to hear, oh, I do that with my kid. I make it work. I'm a single mom. I make it work. You have sole custody of your kid, which makes it easier for you to claim benefits from the state and or government. When a man doesn't have full custody of his kid, he don't get all that. You can't just double jeopardy kid. Like, it don't work like that. And number two, chances are you were not at rock bottom. Your baby dad is likely at rock bottom. He actually needs his first few paychecks completely to himself so that he can get on his feet, so that he can support his kids. But when you take the whole entire paycheck before he even has a chance to do that, how is he supposed to continuously provide child support? Is he supposed to live in a box and go to work every day? The same way things cost money for you, it costs money for your baby dad too. Like I'm sure it's more expensive for you to have a kid and raise it basically independently, but your baby, you're not even giving him a chance because personally, I feel like if you're going to forcibly take child support from a man, he should have at least 6 months before child support starts to collect. You should have at least 6 months. 6 months is honestly pushing it. If he's really starting at rock bottom, 6 months is enough to maybe get him, I don't know, a roommate at somebody else's house. If he's lucky to find someone that will take him in and let him pay a very cheap rent because of his situation. That's enough to maybe be at a homeless shelter and afford a Planet Fitness membership and take showers there. That's enough to get some food in his house so he has enough energy to go to work. The problem isn't taking the child support. The problem is taking the child support before he has a chance to better himself for your children.
So I just found out that I'm not hot. And this was based on a really humbling experience where I'm trying to get 4 men together to help me move a really heavy object from point A to point B. Not a far point A to point B either. And I can't do it. It can't be done. I mean, I've tried for days, texting every man I know. Can you please come help me move this heavy thing? It's a piece of granite, by the way. I think we can use that as a gauge. Number 1, can you get a group of men to help you move a heavy object from point A to point B? Number 2, how far can you get them to move it? Because what I need is a piece of granite moved about 15 feet. Cannot gather 4 men to do that. Oh, I can't. I'm going to be hung over that day. Oh, I can't. Football is on. Wah! Number 1, they don't make men like they used to, because how come nobody wants to be helpful? Little helpless old me? You want me to pick up the granite slab? Why? You're not being helpful. Number 2, I need to level up.
I'm sorry, but this is not telling of how hot you are. This is telling of how many men that you've placed in your friend zone. And it sounds like they all exited themselves without you even realizing. Because if you think that men are just going to give all of that effort, all of that time just because you're attractive and you're literally just sitting there and you're not reciprocating anything back, they are over that. They would rather have a true friend that they're putting effort towards, or they'd rather have somebody that's wanting to be in a real relationship with them. It's that simple. Stop trying to expect things from men when you're giving them literally nothing back.
And it's something that my wife says a lot is, you don't have to do everything for a man when y'all are dating. You don't have to do everything for him. But what's wrong with cooking him a meal? I mean, the man is taking you out. He's taking you to restaurants and expensive places that you want to go. What's wrong with you cooking him a meal? What's wrong with you acting like, okay, let me go over here and clean this house? Well, I ain't going to be doing any wifely duties. The man is spending a lot of money on you. If the man is taking you to this restaurant and he said, if he's planning the dates, he's saying, hey, let's go over here. You didn't have anything to do with it. What's wrong with going over to his house and saying, hey, you know, I just wanted to do something nice for you. I just wanted to take care of you. Hey, we going to the movies? You can run. That's when you need to be running up in front of him and say, oh, I got it. You fool around and spend $50. That's easy. That man's been spending $250, $300 on you for dates, plus, you know, for nice dates. Plus, he's been taking you out on dates. Let's go to the taco truck tonight. Y'all end up spending about $50 when it really should have been 20 because you get a nice little drink, right? That's half the bill right there. You get more than a nice little drink. And then you wanted, oh, I see this food truck. Can you go to a little food truck park? Oh, I want dessert, right? And so you go over there. The least you can do when you go to the movie, oh, I get it. You know, y'all go on an ice cream date. Oh, no, don't you worry. I got this one. I can take care of it. That's the least you can do. Modern women don't do that. And I think that's what the woman was talking about. Y'all don't want to go 50-50. You don't want to help your man out. You don't want to do anything. You can't do nothing. You're useless, man.
If his wife or whatever did cheat and he wanted to take the responsibility of raising that kid, that is a high value man to me.
He had no choice. Remember,
you always have a choice. You always have a choice.
You were held down and things happened to you.
You know what?
Right?
No.
You always have a choice.
Noble, right?
Yeah.
Do you have high standards in men?
Yeah.
What kind of guy do you want?
I want a man that can teach me things.
Okay. You want a man that makes more money than you?
Yep.
It doesn't matter. I would hope so.
Stronger than you?
Yeah.
You said teach you things, so more competent than you?
Yeah.
Okay. More status than you?
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
Stop the cap. You in theater.
Either way, you want a guy that's better than you in most metrics, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How about you be noble and go date the homeless guy downstairs?
I could. That's not a problem.
But
I can build him up.
Hold on, but why don't you do it though?
What you want?
I don't have the time right now to do that.
Cool, and I don't have time to raise kids that aren't mine.
Hey.
That's a choice, exactly.
Come on, man.
That's a choice. So, but
Why
if
is
you want to, it's okay.
I'm tired of this shit because women will sit there and shame you for having standards and certain parameters on female behavior, but you guys will never take that same stupid nobility that y'all talk about. A woman will say, be noble, raise a kid that's not yours, but you ain't dating no homeless guy.
And that's why men and women are different, like you said.
You're not helping out these weirdos that are schizophrenic, that are weirdos that need to get. You're not helping out these school shooters that don't get laid. You're not helping out these motherfuckers out here that literally are virgins at 30 years old. You're not being noble and giving them some female attention, but you expect me to sit there and give my provisioning, my security, and all my capabilities that I work my stuff to some bitch that wants to be a hoe?
I need your help. I need your help.
What am I supposed to help you with,
Go
dude?
behind.
You freaking loser! I told you
Ready?
not to do that.
2, grab it, 3, 2, 1.
You think I can help you?
Right.
Somebody help!
I got it. We got it.
Stanley! Freaking dummy, do I take these off?
Here.
What do I do?
I got this one.
Okay, we have to admit that a man's experience when he's in trouble is way different than a woman's experience when she's in trouble. Because very comparable to this situation, how many times have we seen videos posted online of a woman that gets herself in trouble with too much weight and men come running to her rescue and save her like that? Of course, there's a physical difference. I'm not saying that women should be able to do the exact same because women are not as strong. But when men go to help that woman, they are not berating her. They're not saying, you shouldn't have done that, you dummy. They're not calling her names. Whereas that is what happens to a man. He gets berated, he gets like the extra emotional dump. And then not only does he have to figure it out in that moment by himself because he's the only one that's going to do it, he also has to deal with the emotions that were just dumped on him.
Respectfully, the number one DM I get from y'all whack is, how do your female friends feel about you making these videos? All you do is talk about women. All you do is talk about women. No, the I don't talk about y'all. I just make observations and y'all get mad in my comments because the shoe fits, Cinderella. I'm not talking about y'all. I really be talking about real situations that I've seen or has happened to me, and I just talk about it on my phone, and then a million will be in their feelings because they know it's true. But I say that to say this. I done lost a lot of friends, but I've never been that type of friend that's gonna sit there and tell you what you want to hear, or what, like, that's just never been me. Quick story, like, I had this one friend, I ain't gonna lie, she had a terrible first baby father. Her baby father, the first one was a real. She said being a mother was hard, she would never do this again, ended up getting pregnant again. Okay, cool. Second time around, her baby father, nice, wholesome man, came from a 2-parent household, very attentive, very good with, they're co-parenting, but he's still a good, loving father. We sitting down having girl talk. It's like 4 of us. This talking about something, yeah, I can't believe my first baby father did all this, and I got this good one now, I'm so thankful. But I'm still putting his on child support because he got to pay for him, my first baby father did. So every other in the room was like, yeah, girl, get your money. And I'm sitting there like, no, that's corny. How's that corny? What you mean how that's corny? Why are you going to make a man who's doing for your child on child support? That means you're going to end up getting less than what you're already getting. Stupid. So because I said that, I'm a hater and I'm a pick me and I'm this, I'm that. Oh, I want your baby father. You must want him or something. Why? Because I don't want to see a black man getting child support taken out of his check. Y'all never seen who really take care of their kids and y'all be so salty that y'all just put them on child support. So now the $3,000 that they made after taxes and then the child support's taken out, that's less money for them and you and your kid. That's the point I'm trying to make. Respectfully, the number one DM I get from y'all whack is, how do your female friends feel about you making these videos? All you do is talk about women. All you do is talk about women. No, I don't talk about y'all. I just make observations and y'all get mad in my comments because the shoe fits, Cinderella. I'm not talking about y'all. I really be talking about real situations that I've seen or has happened to me, and I just talk about it on my phone, and then a million will be in their feelings because they know it's true. But I say that to say this. I done lost a lot of friends, but I've never been that type of friend that's gonna sit there and tell you what you want to hear, or what, like, that's just never been me. Quick story, like, I had this one friend, I ain't gonna lie, she had a terrible first baby father. Her baby father, the first one was a real. She said being a mother was hard, she would never do this again, ended up getting pregnant again. Okay, cool. Second time around, her baby father, nice, wholesome man, came from a 2-parent household, very attentive, very good with, they're co-parenting, but he's still a good, loving father. We sitting down having girl talk. It's like 4 of us. This talking about something, yeah, I can't believe my first baby father did all this, and I got this good one now, I'm so thankful. But I'm still putting his on child support because he got to pay for him, my first baby father did. So every other in the room was like, yeah, girl, get your money. And I'm sitting there like, no, that's corny. How's that corny? What you mean how that's corny? Why are you going to make a man who's doing for your child on child support? That means you're going to end up getting less than what you're already getting. Stupid. So because I said that, I'm a hater and I'm a pick me and I'm this, I'm that. Oh, I want your baby father. You must want him or something. Why? Because I don't want to see a black man getting child support taken out of his check. Y'all never seen who really take care of their kids and y'all be so salty that y'all just put them on child support. So now the $3,000 that they made after taxes and then the child support's taken out, that's less money for them and you and your kid. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Watch this.
Let's put a scenario.
Watch this. You need help. I don't. So if you need help.
How do you know I need help?
You want public assistance.
How do you know I need help?
If you wasn't on.
How do you know I need help?
Because you found out. I'm gonna tell you how.
Bro.
I'm gonna show you how.
You can't do that. You gotta get the professionals
Then get
involved.
on public
you need
assistance
an attorney.
then.
You need a therapist.
I don't need an attorney. I have a job. Get a job.
Nah, B, let me explain to you.
No,
what
let me
if she's
explain.
unfit? This is the legal way of doing
Okay,
this. This is the problem
but
with black people, Hispanics.
It doesn't
our
matter.
culture.
If I go to
we
work,
gotta do
you
stuff
can go to
the
work.
legal way, bro.
But we don't have
Yes.
to. Then why are you on public assistance? You need help.
It does not matter if you need help.
It says, my 16-year-old daughter feels entitled to my child support I get from her father. How would you handle this? I also think her father is putting things in her head. Either way, the money he sends is for me to care for her, and she doesn't grasp paying my bills, which also benefits her siblings, is part of this. And this is the text that the daughter wrote to her mom. My dad told me how much he pays you in child support, and he showed me. I just don't understand how my dad pays $1,900 in child support. When I ask for something, you say no.
What?
Also, you use the money my dad sends to take care of me to spend on Aaron and Jess, who I assume are her other siblings.
That's crazy.
And likely they don't share the same dad. That's just my assumption. When I ask for something, it's always a problem, and you threaten to take my phone away when I do anything you don't like. If it wasn't for me being here and my dad paying you, if it wasn't for me being here, she misses some words, and my dad paying, you couldn't afford to keep the house.
Right.
I do love you, but I feel like you take advantage of having me here. I'd rather live with my dad, and I just want you to know for it to happen without making a big issue. I don't think it's right. I don't benefit from my dad's child support, yet you spend it.
And you go back to the clip where Myron was talking back. He was going back and forth with the lady, and he was suggesting, because she was saying, well, you know, if it's noble of a man, you know, as a real man, as a high value man who steps up and raises a child that's not his. And he went back at her and said, hold on, why don't you go down there and date that homeless man? I could, but I don't have the time to. Did you hear what just came out of your mouth? Did you hear what you just said? I don't have the time to. So, you know, I could, but I'm just not going to. Exactly. And you don't want people to think that you're a bad person or view you as a bad person or anyone. Well, I'm not a bad person because I don't want to date somebody homeless. That's just, I'm not going to do it. And I wouldn't be wrong, and I shouldn't be wrong in anybody's eyes because I'm not going to do it. But for some reason, and what she tried to pull at the end of the clip was, well, that's how men and women are different. What? And that's what men continue to talk about. When the standard hits you in the mouth, then all of a sudden, oh man, I just don't have the time to do it, or I can't. I'm physically or I'm mentally unable. I'm emotionally unable to do it. I just can't. Well, why would you expect a man to do it? Well, that's how men and women are different. No, they're not. Stop talking, stupid. Just be quiet.
Have men ever thought about telling you how they feel while it's happening?
There is nothing we would love more than to be able to do that. But have women ever realized how they respond to men when that happens? Let me show you a prime example.
What is the most painful thing anyone has ever said to you?
It was definitely what my ex said after we had our closure moment. She said that I was the person that got her out of her depression and got her outside. And then the moment that she realized she had to do that for me, she couldn't, and so she left me. I was in a very dark place. I had a lot of people at that time.
The moment this man opened up to her and explained to her how he was struggling because he was having deaths in his family, and how now the same way that he helped her get through her mess, he was in need of her to help him work through his. And she showed him why he should have never done that. For any of the ladies watching, you think this is a one-off? Go ahead and read the comments of this video. Any of the men who have experienced anything like this, please tell us about it. If your man is not opening up to you, it's because you have taught him it's not safe to. I know this is very hard for some ladies to comprehend, but maybe you should take some accountability in this one. Show some empathy for a man when he's struggling, instead of weaponizing it against him.
There are men that are looking for good women and looking to be married and everything. And I think that we just need to know that, understand that. Because it is out there. And it's a man right now that's going to throw a breakup because a woman hurt him. Not he hurt her, you know?
So you think there's men out here that's looking for a good woman in a marriage?
Yes. Absolutely.
And you think that they are a good man?
Yes, I think that a lot of men are yearning for good women. Because a good woman is not just a woman that's beautiful or a successful woman. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that. So many of us is beautiful and successful and all those things, but it's deeper than that. A spiritual aligned woman, a woman that knows who she is, a woman that is coming to also be a servant. You know what I mean?
Come on, a helpmate.
Exactly.
A helpmate.
So
that's going to add value to your life.
And multiply.
Yes.
A good woman will help you multiply anything that you touch.
Mm-hmm. A good woman going to turn your dreams and help you make your dreams reality. Yeah. She going to birth something in you.
Yes. She going to be an inspiration.
Yep.
Yeah. That's why they say when he finds a
he who finds a
good thing, and finds favor from the Lord.
And
I think people always forget that last part, favor from the Lord. So it shows you that when man gets a good woman, that he gets favor from the Lord.
Come on! Come on!
Favor is like what we all is out here wanting to be favored. Like, you see,
a man's life is way harder than a woman's life. And ladies, do you even have the first clue of what a true alpha masculine man has to deal with day in and day out? Do you have an inkling of an idea? Because I guarantee you don't. Men wake up every day knowing nobody's going to hand them anything. Nobody cares how they feel. Nobody's validating them for existing. Everything they have to earn. Respect, money, status, reputation, even his physique. All of it comes with sweat, sacrifice, and relentless pressure. Women are born with value. You're young, you're beautiful, you have femininity, and automatically you get attention, protection, options, and men willing to provide. But a man, he's invisible until he proves himself, invisible until he brings something to the table. That's the brutal truth. Ladies don't know what it's like to carry the weight of protecting and providing, not just for yourself, but for your family, for the woman you love, for the people counting on you. While nobody's coming to save you, even if you fall, men don't get safety nets. Men don't get sympathy. They grind or they unnoticed. And yet, despite carrying that pressure, most men still get nothing but criticism. Women demanding more, complaining, disrespecting, instead of appreciating the fact that their man is out there fighting battles that they can't even see. So before you roll your eyes at the men, ladies, ask yourself this. Do you even have the first clue what a real masculine man faces every single day? Because if you did, you would stop nagging and start appreciating. Men's lives are harder. And the fact that they still show up to protect you anyway, that strength women will never understand.
So I think that a lot of women be thinking that they be doing men favors, right? So have you ever heard a woman say, oh yeah, girl, I just settled for him. He wasn't even my type. Let me tell you something about men. Men don't want y'all favors, right? And the worst thing that you can do to a man that they just really don't like is sit up there and act like you settled for this man. Because a man coming in your life and making your life better by helping to pay bills, by being there for you emotionally, by supporting you, all these things that you expect a man to do, he's also adding value to your life. So how dare you say that, oh, I just settled for him? No, leave him alone. Let him find a woman that will value him, and then you go be with somebody else that may be settling for you. Let's talk about it. I need y'all to get yourselves together.
I don't work currently.
Does your man support you?
Yeah, he supports me.
Okay, he supports you. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
If he be like, listen, I don't want you wearing that, take that off, what you doing?
Asking him why.
Okay, rent due. And you're like, hey baby, can you pay this for me? And he asks you why?
Well, he wouldn't ask me why because he already know when it's due.
Look at that. He wouldn't even ask you why because he already know when your rent is due. So he's being proactive to take care of you. Shouldn't you know to do your job just like he knows to do his job?
My body, my choice, what I want to put on.
It's his wallet, his choice.
And he chose.
Okay, it seems that his love is more genuine than yours.
Then that's okay.
If you watching this right now, brother,
run. Does he pay you child support?
I pay him child support.
Custody, is it 50-50?
It is 50-50. When we separated, I was not doing well financially, and I became quite successful after the fact, and so then he came to take his piece of that.
This is why we need a...
You think I should have had an so I don't have to pay my ex child support?
I just think in general, like, the world's overpopulated, so I think, like, we need to, like, decrease population of unwanted pregnancies because, yeah, like, why would you ever pay a man your money?
It's actually a lot lower now than it was in the past. There are a lot less people having babies nowadays, and
Thank
the
God.
population is actually much lower than what it used to be.
Yeah. Thank God. Shout out hookup culture.
Please help me understand this.
9 times out of 10, if you got to come to social media to understand something that's going on in your life, you know you dead ass wrong. Viewer discretion is advised.
My lights got turned off, so I called my baby's father and asked him if he could get my lights turned on for me. He said no because I have a husband and that's his responsibility. How is that his responsibility to pay my lights to get turned back on after they get turned off?
I told you. If they come to social media about some shit that's going on in their life and they're trying to look for it, you know they about to be on some bullshit. Ma'am, you have a husband. He is the man of the house. It is his responsibility to make sure that the lights stay on at the crib. It is not your baby daddy's responsibility. I'm not sure where you got that shit from, but try again.
And you have kids that stay here. You don't care about your kids? I understand that I have a husband, granted, don't beat me up over it, but we fell on hard times.
You understand that you have a husband. Please don't beat you up over it, which ultimately means you understand the importance of having a husband and the role he is supposed to play in your life. And all of a sudden, y'all fell on hard times. I really feel bad for hard times. However, what I need you to do is send them kids to their daddy. Yeah, they need to go to a more stable place where things are actually in order. He apparently got light at his house. Give them kids to their father. When you and your husband figure out Oh, y'all get off of hard times. You figure out the situations for them kids. That's it.
So as my baby's father, I feel like you're supposed to pick up the slack. So you rather for your kids be in the dark than to help your baby mother get her lights turned back on? What if I didn't have a husband?
Okay, what we're not going to do is present hypotheticals that are not beneficial to the situation at hand. We don't need to dive down the rabbit hole of you not having a husband because you have one. So we're going to address it as such. And no, it is not your baby dad's responsibility to pick up the slack. It is your husband's responsibility to pick up the slack. That man does not prefer for his kids to be in the dark. That's why I advised you to give them children to their father. He got light at his house. Let him go over there.
Would you have helped me then? This man is crazy. Sir, help me get my lights turned on. Don't worry about my husband. He's doing what he's supposed to do as a man.
Is he really doing what he's supposed to do as a man? The lights are off at the crib. Y'all got so many candles, they would have thought y'all was doing a ritual in there. Woman, what do you... Man, okay. You know what? I think I care a little too much about these kind of situations. Moral to the story is, if you ever end up in a situation where you're going to have to possibly co-parent, make sure I get joint custody. It's the best situation. But I know a lot of y'all ain't going to listen to I'm saying because I am just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
And you know, you can go back to the clip with Cooley on the No Fugazi podcast, and he's making the point essentially that, you know, the man's taking care of all the bills. The man's taking care of all the bills, right? And Cooley says, okay, you know, if he asks you what you're wearing, can you take that off? I don't like that. That's too short, or that's too revealing. What are you going to say? Well, I'm going to ask him why. Okay. Well, you say he provides for you. You don't have a job. Are you going to ask him why he ain't paid that rent? Well, I wouldn't ask him if he didn't pay that rent because he would have already paid the rent. Right. He's just going to do what needs to be done. No questions asked. So we having trouble figuring out why you can't understand to do what you need to be doing. No questions asked. That's what men get tired. That's what men get tired of. The fact of the matter is, I, as a man, have to continue to do things that need to be done for you, for the family, for the kids. No questions asked. But when it comes to stuff that I want, I gotta beg you. It's got to be a conversation. I got to go back and forth. I got to plead with you to do it. Why you think men staying single? Why you think men don't get married? Why you think men don't want to make a commitment? Could that be the reason why?
Hey, which dish soap for the dishwasher? They both say dish soap. I just want to make sure I don't put the wrong one in there.
You're joking, right?
Well, I mean, I think it's this one, but I don't want to put the wrong one in.
Yeah, it's this one that
Okay.
literally never do dishes, obviously then. Hey, what's this light coming on my dashboard?
Oh, just means it's time to change the oil.
Okay, so do we need to bring the car in?
No, babe, I got it. I always change the oil on our cars. You don't need to worry about it.
Oh.
Hey, can we dry jackets like this regular, or do you have to
I
hang
don't know.
that?
Why don't you read the tag?
Well, I just know you've done a lot of these, so I was just wondering.
Okay, look at the tag. That's what I do.
Okay, gosh. Hey, what are you doing in here?
I'm looking for a drill bit.
For
I'm trying
what?
to put together this piece of furniture. I do not know.
Piece of furniture?
what I'm
Hey,
doing.
it's okay. Hey, I got it. Why don't you just come to me? I'll do it for you.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Let me
I
show
got
you.
it. Hey, do we have any more paper towels?
Why don't you look?
I mean, I've looked all over. I can't find them anymore.
You don't know where we keep the paper towels?
I thought I did, but I can't see them anywhere.
Okay, well then we're probably out, so maybe you should get more.
Oh my gosh.
Do you need to put oil in this to get this to turn on? I can't get it to turn on.
No, it's electric. We just need to put a battery in it. What are you up to?
Well, I wanted to get the yard mowed because I have all those flowers I wanted to get planted.
Oh, you really want to do that? I'll do it. I can mow the lawn for you.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to deal with this.
Weaponized incompetence is definitely a real issue that we have plenty of other videos addressing, but what we wanted to specifically show in this video was maybe there is a double standard.
The difference between these two people was perspective. In the house, the wife interpreted the husband not knowing what to do as him not pulling his weight or doing it to her on purpose.
But when the roles were reversed, when I didn't know something about the car or the yard or the tools, he never assumed malintent.
Yeah, I just helped, or I showed her, or I said, hey, I'll do that for you because those are my areas of familiarity and I'm not seeing that as some sort of moral failure on her part.
And that is why perspective matters, because if we view every difference in skill or knowledge as laziness, manipulation, or weaponized incompetence, we're just turning our partner into an enemy.
But if instead we just see it as, hey, these are the areas I'm good at, these are the areas you're good at, let's be a team, and now all of a sudden our relationship can truly thrive because we see each other as allies, not enemies.
This gives us the opportunity to celebrate and praise each other and be so excited about the person we're with because they bring different things into the relationship that we don't necessarily bring. Through the application of inner work, both you and your partner have the opportunity to learn from each other, and instead of becoming adversaries, you become a united team committed to understanding and supporting each other. By delegating tasks, you become a team, and by making it safe to ask for help. This entire chapter on the wound of overwhelm is addressing those feelings of weaponized incompetence, feeling like you're overwhelmed, you have to do everything alone in your relationship, and it goes over how to heal that in your relationship. The book is The Inner Work of Relationships.
You know, I see why men are staying single, because look around. We have women out here bragging about not cooking, not cleaning, not taking care of their home, not being soft, and not being supportive. And then expecting a man to show up as a provider, leader, planner, protector, and lover, while giving him absolutely nothing in return. And yes, I will be the one to say it. A home needs a woman who actually enjoys being a woman. A woman who takes pride in making her home feel warm and peaceful. A woman who loves her man in the same way that she wants to be loved. That is not oppression, that is care. Men are tired of being treated like a walking wallet. Tired of disrespect. Tired of begging for affection and a little peace. So, they are choosing to stay single, not because they hate women, but because they are looking for a woman that values her role just as much as his. And honestly, I don't blame them, because relationships only work when both people show up and give.
What is a passport bro? A passport bro is a man who is done with entitled, ungrateful, high mileage women in the West demanding provider status while offering nothing but an attitude and an OnlyFans link. Done with 50% divorce rates, false accusations, alimony, traps, and child support jails. Done with feminism lies. You're toxic if you want a feminine, loyal, fit, debt-free, low body count. So he grabs his passport, flies to Colombia, Thailand, Philippines, Ukraine, Brazil, anywhere but the US. Places where women still value men. Cook, stay slim, don't weaponize, and see marriage as a partnership, not a paycheck. Stats don't lie, my friends. US women initiate 70 to 80% of divorces. 60+% of Western women, 18 to 30, are obese or overweight. The average Western woman, 7+ partners by the age 25, and that's backed by the CDC. 43% of US men under 30 are celibate, rejected, or priced out. Foreign wives, lower divorce rates, higher happiness, traditional values, actual gratitude. Passport bros aren't running, they are upgrading. So I'm with you guys. Smarter, not weaker. West failed the men, so men left. Can't blame them.
My kids knew my wife was having an affair and helped her cover it up. Last week, while my wife, a 49-year-old female, was taking a shower, I, 50-year-old male, saw a notification pop up on her phone and went to open it thinking it was one of our daughters. I was shocked when I clicked the message and saw a short thread mostly confirming dinner plans for that evening and how they missed each other and how once a week wasn't enough. I knew what I saw, 29 years of marriage down the drain. Hoping to catch her in a lie before she left the house, I texted both of our daughters and asked about the girls' dinner. What happened next broke me to my core. Both girls confirmed the dinner and said they were excited and couldn't believe it. Not proud of what came next, I turned her location sharing on with me in her phone and let her leave. I followed her to the restaurant and lo and behold, neither of our daughters were there. But instead, a man I knew was her boss was there. I was so heartbroken. Part of me was hoping I was just a paranoid freak and my daughters would be there, happy to see me. But no, it was my cheating wife and her boss. I took pictures of the two of them holding hands and kissing. I know I should have waited, but I couldn't help myself. I was so angry. As soon as I got in the car, I opened the group chat we had as a family and sent them all the pictures and said, glad you're enjoying girls' dinner together. And then turned my phone off and drove to my brother's house and asked to stay the night. I woke up the next morning to over 40 texts and 20 voicemails. My wife went through the cheater's playbook of excuses. I didn't even listen to her voicemails. I was just about to respond with, I will be getting a divorce. I will recommend a lawyer, but my brother stopped me. He told me to meet a bunch of lawyers first and make sure she couldn't use them. Instead, I sent a simple message. I'm physically fine, but just need time, and I will come home when I'm ready. I don't know what to do, but I feel like our marriage could be over.
I'm about to blow your minds with this one, being a woman speaking out about this, but the court systems are designed to favor the woman and the men pay the price. Did you know that 85% of child custody cases are awarded primary custody to the women? We live in a society where the legal doctrine is based off of old, outdated information and the notion that, oh, women are the most crucial for those tender years. And I did not know this, but you can go look it up. States are awarded funding based off how much child support that they get awarded. So it incentivizes giving custody, sole custody to one parent so the other parent has to pay. Did you know that? And a feminist woman will claim that they want equality, but they will demand privilege. They claim they want traditional roles until it comes to custody and child support. The hypocrisy. And when you're pushing a good father out of the picture, you're not just hurting the father, you're hurting that child or children emotionally, physically, spiritually. And don't forget, ladies, you might have carried that baby, but that father carries the blueprint.
And that's the thing, isn't it? With a system as corrupt as it is, and working in its own interest and not in the interest of the people, why would they care? Screw the man. Really, honestly and truly, screw the woman. Whatever works for us. Never mind, the system is made up of men and women. And when you retire, you're in the system now, but when you retire, you're not going to be a part of the system. At some point in time, you're going to be out of the system. You're going to have to retire from the system, or somebody's going to push you out of the system. And then it's going to be you that's in trouble. It's going to be you that's suffering from it. Why would I care about that? I'm in the system. I'm benefiting from it. Don't change it. It's a modern women thing. Honestly and truly, that's how a lot of people think, to be fair. Right? So at some point in time, and this is why men get fed up, they get taken advantage of. They get done dirty, and then nobody wants to say, okay, we're sorry about that. We'll fix it. And that's why you see men not only checking out of dating, it goes deeper than that. They start checking out of society, going away from what's going on in society, and they start doing their own thing. People get mad at, oh, we need your help. We need your assistance. Where are all the men at? You push the men away by taking them for granted. You push them away by thinking you could just dog them out and do anything that you want to them.